evening and Happy New Year. Welcome to this week's edition of Political Updates. I am Olasunmbo. Like many other years, year 2015 was an outstanding one and will remain memorable to many Nigerians. Political Update brings you graphical details of the year.
Year 2015 started with lots of electioneering activities as the year was tagged the decision year to the areas of politics. Widely referred to as Presidential March, Nigerians went to the polls to elect its president and other elective office holders in the first quarter amidst tension and anxiety elections. Much talked about 2015 general elections, which recorded some hiccups as a result of the introduction of card readers for biometrics purpose by the electoral umpire. INEC was adjudged free, fair, and the most expensive by the international community. However, Muhammadu Buhari dislodged the incumbent president, Goodluck Jonathan, setting a record in the nation's polity. Consequently, the country's seat of power experienced change of guard in nation's leadership on May 29. Contrary to the fears and rumors of post-election violence, new governments were sworn in at the state and several levels. The 8th National Assembly, aside being inaugurated, witnessed lots of intrigues, particularly at the Senate over leadership tussle as Chief Ike Ikere-Madu of the PDP was elected the Deputy Senate President, while Senator Bukola Saraki became the Senate President against the wish of All Progressives Congress party leaders. In the House of Representatives, Honorable Yakubu Dogara from the Northeast was elected Speaker in the contravention of a resolve of the APC hierarchy to install Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila from the Southwest as Speaker.
One would have thought it was impossible. One would have thought it was extremely difficult. Though it was difficult, but not as extremely difficult as one had imagined, that there would be a relatively peaceable transition between intra-party, within one political party and another, especially parties of diverse and very broadly different political agenda.
Expectedly, President Buhari embarked on diplomatic tours, key African countries and international partner nations to ensure their support in the quest to halt the rampage of the Boko Haram scourge. From Cameroon to Burkina Faso, from France to the United States, the nation's integrity soar in the reasons of international politics. After weeks of desperate expectations, 23 ministers were sworn in. The year 2015 also recorded some low times, despite the numerous activities. The matriarch of Awolowo dynasty, Chief Mrs. Anna Dideolu, died. Kogi State was also thrown into mourning as the APC gubernatorial candidate, Prince Abubakar Audu, passed away on election day, thus making the election inconclusive.
One was so apprehensive that what would the 2015 that was then pregnant, what will it bear into life? Will it bear continuity for Nigeria? Will it bear extinction for the polity called our country? But we thank God that today we are still Nigerians. Thank God that in spite of pockets of disgruntled elements, here and there, having their insurgencies and insubordination against government of the day, we still have one Nigeria.
He has been able to address the issues of corruption, the issue of insecurity, and the issue of and the challenges of the economy in the most methodical manner and in the most productive manner.
We are expecting a lot of better things, especially when it comes to education, environment, and the economy and health in Lagos State. Probably, most importantly, we expect a tight security.
It's like we have placed Buhari on the driver's seat and we are deciding who should be his conductor. You understand me? Once you have placed somebody on the driver's seat, allow that person to lead you to a destination.
He made the issue of fight against corruption one of his priorities, and he also promised that when he comes in, he will declare his asset publicly, being the hunter.
Cleansing in the document and the records showing the expenses and income of government, to be able to get the correct figures of what is coming into the pulse of the government so that you can make correct and adequate projections, to be able to know how much oil is being lifted at what cost per day and per year, what is the revenue coming from these oil, so I can make proper projections and calculations.
The issue of the salary issue is a very, very important aspect that they should attend. when you wanted to correct corruption and you are not paying salary that you're supposed to pay a staff or a worker, how will you be able to correct corruption?
Although the year is ending with lots of unsettled electoral cases and intrigues, it is hoped that Nigerians will not only embrace but marry their expectations with endurance to experience meaningful transformation that befits the giant of Africa through the change media. President Muhammadu Buhari has warned any of his cabinet members against corrupt practices. President Muhammadu Buhari, who handed down the warning during the maiden presidential chats in Abuja, said anyone caught will be sacked. President Buhari, who said the nation is doing well in the fight against corruption, explained that under the present circumstances, unflinching support of citizens is paramount. He also confirmed that although no money has been recovered, perpetrators will be punished for squandering the nation. President Buhari also answered questions on pressing national issues, including insurgency and the 2016 budget.
We had been lucky to find some documents where public funds were diverted into personal pockets. We have some documents where Nigerian crude oil was lifted illegally, and the proceeds were put into some personal accounts instead of the federal government accounts. And of course, we have started going to court. As we get evidence, written evidence, we are taking those people to court. We want to be sure, that they are complete, 209, I think, and that they are safe and sound. But what we know so far, by attacking some of the locations in Bizapur and so on, no Chibok girl has been recovered. They must have dispersed them all over the place. We are still keeping our option open that if a credible leadership of Boko Haram can be established and they tell us where those girls are, we are prepared to negotiate with them without any precondition. This we have made it absolutely clear. But while they are keeping the Chibok girls, they must not get away with the idea that we will not attempt to secure the rest of Nigeria.
Lagos Governor Akinwumi Ambode has assured residents that the state will witness a quantum leap in infrastructural development, job creation, and improved security. In his New Year message to Lagosians, he said his administration would provide more opportunities for youths in 2016 with its 25 billion employment trust fund.
Fellow Lagosians, Happy New Year. I'm very pleased to address you at the start of what promises to be a groundbreaking year for the good people of Lagos State. The last 7 months have been challenging, but with your patience, support, and positive criticism, we have begun to display a positive outlook on innovation and inclusion we promised during our campaign. Lagos has always been a cosmopolitan melting pot of vibrant people that have driven the greatest growing economy in Africa. We, however, need the continued support of our citizens through regular payment of their taxes and strict adherence to their civic responsibilities. Under my administration, the year 2016 holds great promise for all Lagosians through improved security, creation of job opportunities, and greater attention to positive infrastructural development. I have been lifted by the support and love shown to me and my government. I am encouraged to redouble efforts to deliver the Lagos of our dreams. I am aware that 2016 will also bring economic challenges, but Lagos has always been resilient and must consolidate on its self-reliance. As I wish Lagosians the very best that this year will bring, we promise to rededicate ourselves to the social contract with the good people of Lagos. Once again, I wish you a happy and prosperous New Year. God bless you all.
Governor Akinwumi Ambode on Thursday, 17th December, presented to the Lagos State House of Assembly a budget estimate of 662.588 billion naira with a recurrent expenditure of 278.909 billion naira and a capital expenditure of 383.678 billion naira. The next 2 weeks saw the Committee on Economic Planning and Budget and other subcommittees of the House vetting the budget estimate. At the Committee on Supply, the chairman of the committee, Honorable Rotimi Olowo, presented the report with some observations. In its recommendation adopted by the House, the committee pointed out that the State Infrastructure Intervention Fund be increased from 3.131 billion naira to 4.500 billion naira. The passage of the budget is a fulfillment of promise by the Speaker that it will be a New Year gift to Lagosians. The House of Assembly on the 22nd of June 2015 received a petition calling for a revisit of the 5th Assembly impeachment resolution on the former Deputy Governor Otumba Olufemi Pedro. Though there is no legislative precedence to follow in the case, there is no law barring the House from setting a legislative precedence on such legislative matter. An ad hoc committee, chaired by the Majority Leader Honorable Sanai Agunbiade, considered the petition at a session with Pedro, former Chairman Judiciary Committee of the House, now Commissioner for Home Affairs Honorable Abdulateef Abdulhakeem, and other members of the committee.
On the 10th of June 2007, members of the Lagos State House of Assembly removed Otumba Femi Pedro by 2/3 majority as the Deputy Governor of Lagos State. Further notes that Otumba Femi Pedro was removed upon allegations which, among others, include disloyalty to the government of the state, affront to constitutional authority, and insubordination.
The former Deputy Governor agreed to withdraw a pending suit on his impeachment from the Court of Appeal, after which the committee made its recommendations.
Upon the provision of Rule 51(6) of the Business Rules and Standing Order of Lagos State House of Assembly, this House resolves that the impeachment of Otumba Femi Pedro is hereby reviewed, he is pardoned of the allegation leveled against him, and a vote of confidence is also passed on him as a fit and proper person that can be entrusted with political and administrative responsibility. That the impeachment is reviewed. Two, that it is reviewed to remove the implications of the stigma of the impeachment of 2007 on his personality and ameliorate his psychological and political trauma. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, the House calls on His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, to direct that a government-wide paper be issued reflecting review of this impeachment and pardon for Otumba Femi Pedro.
The House, through substantive motion, revoked the impeachment passed on him on Thursday, 10th May 2007.
That ends Political Update this week. Please join us again next week for more updates. Have a blessed and prosperous new year. Please stay tuned.